Hi everyone, here we are ready to do lesson 5 today of Course in Miracles. I am never upset for the reason I think. This is a really good one, and this is again still part of the undoing, and I've always found this one to be, funny enough, one that I easily remember and that I am usually able to use throughout my day. So usually lots of stuff comes up during the day where I can actually apply this lesson to it. And it is a little bit easier to understand, I think. Because of that, though, it may bring up a lot of emotion for you. So don't be afraid of it. Just let it happen and know that it's all part of the process. I am never upset for the reason I think. This idea, like the preceding one, can be used with any person, situation, or event you think is causing you pain. Apply it specifically to whatever you believe is the cause of your upset, using the description of the feeling in whatever term seems accurate to you. The upset may seem to be fear, worry, depression, anxiety, anger, hatred, jealousy, or any number of forms, all of which will be perceived as different. This is not true. However, until you learn that form does not matter, each form becomes a proper subject for the exercises for the day. Applying the same idea to each of them separately is the first step in ultimately recognizing they are all the same. When using the idea for today for a specific perceived cause of any upset in any form, use both the name of the form in which you see the upset and the cause which you ascribe to it. For example, I am not angry at blank for the reason I think. I am not afraid of blank for the reason I think. But again, this should not be substituted for practice periods in which you first search your mind for sources of upset in which you believe and forms of upset which you think result. In these exercises, more than in the preceding ones, you may find it hard to be indiscriminate and to avoid giving greater weight to some subjects than to others. It might help to precede the exercises with the statement, there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing to my peace of mind. Then examine your mind for whatever is distressing you, regardless of how much or how little you think it is doing so. You may also find yourself less willing to apply today's idea to some perceived sources of upset than to others. If this occurs, think first of this. I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of this exercise, then, I will regard them all as the same. Then search your mind for no more than a minute or so and try to identify a number of different forms of upset that are disturbing to you, regardless of the relative importance you may give them. Apply the idea for today to each of them, using the name of both the source of the upset as you perceive it and of the feeling as you experience it. Further examples are, I am not worried about blank for the reason I think. I am not depressed about blank for the reason I think. 3 or 4 times during the day is enough. So those 3 or 4 times really to sit down and really search your mind for things that may upset you either in the past, in the present, or perhaps about the future. And try not to, again, they're looking at both the negative and the positive. I'm worried about because for the reason I think, or I'm not worried about that for the reason I think. So it can go either way. Even when it comes to something like love, you can still do it with that, because sometimes we get too attached to certain things. And so this is really looking at trying to let go of some of the attachments we have to these ideas and emotions. And this is all part of the, turning things around and undoing them. So give that a go and see what you come up with. Remember not to discriminate between the big and the small, because they're all actually equal. And if something is upsetting you, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, it's still an upset. And so we tend with the Course not to measure the severity or the order of difficulty, as they say, in the upset. So good luck with it, and I will see you tomorrow for Lesson 6. Bye for now.